recovering lawyer. I practiced for 9 years. I keep my license up. But about all I do as far as practicing law right now is write a mean, nasty letter for a few friends and send the letter in when somebody gets a speeding ticket. That's about the limit of my law practice now. My practice of law was primarily oil and gas, agricultural law, and a little estate planning and probate. But, you know, I know how to read the laws. I know what they mean. I know what the effects they have. I've also worked in radio. Actually, my first job out of high school, I was a DJ on KRYS and KZFM. Got out of that when I became a lawyer, but went back to work as a volunteer talk show host with Jim Lago on KKTX. And boy, did we talk about politics, and do we still talk about politics a lot on Lago in the Morning. It's kind of the source for getting information about what's going on politically in South Texas. So I've been following the political game for a long time. If you've listened to the show, you'll know that sometimes I'll play the devil's advocate on there, but I think if you've listened regularly, you know that I share the same values that you have. So I've got the legal background, I've got the small business background, and I've got the communication skills to serve this district well. Let's talk a little bit about Solomon Ortiz. You know, I've already pointed out 98% of the time he's voted with the Democrats. You know, he voted for the bailout. Initially he voted against it, but he came around and voted for the bailout. He voted for Obamacare, and I personally worked hard trying to contact him to get him to vote against it. And I know some of you did as well. I've seen the same form letter 4 or 5 people got back when they contacted him, telling him this was not what we needed for South Texas, and this was not what's right for America. And he's not willing to talk about it. I flew to Washington, D.C. to hand deliver a letter. I offered to wait in his office for as long as it took to spend 5 minutes with him, just to hand deliver the letter and ask him to vote against it. Well, I was pretty much shooed out. Donna from the Tea Party was up there on another issue. She wanted to talk to the congressman as well. She went in, met with the staff. They told her he wasn't there. Well, I was standing out in the hall and watched him walk in while she was in there. That's not the kind of leadership and accountability you want. You know, he wouldn't come down here to do a town hall meeting on the Obamacare. He did a telephone thing and would only get a few people involved on that. And let's talk a little bit about Ortiz's fiscal responsibility. You know, he takes a great deal of pride in the amount of pork that he's brought back to specifically Robstown and the Valley. We haven't seen a whole lot of it in Corpus Christi proper. But if you're sending me up to Washington, D.C. to see how much pork we can bring back, I'm not your candidate. I'm about saving money and about lower taxes and less government.